Life is not simple. Life is not easy. Every day, you wake up with hopes, with dreams, with a small fire in your heart. But the truth is, life does not always move the way you wish. You try, you work, you give your heart. And still, life throws storms at you. Failures arrive when you expected success. People leave when you thought they would stay forever. Dreams break, and the sound of that breaking, sometimes, feels louder than anything else in your world. Pause for a moment. Think of the times you cried when nobody was watching. Think of the nights when sleep refused to come, and your heart felt heavier than your body. Think of the moments when silence was not peaceful, but painful. Yes, those are struggles. And every human being faces them. Every strong man, every powerful woman, every successful soul you admire, has walked through the dark valley of pain. But here lies the secret. Struggles are not curses, struggles are not punishments, struggles are not chains. They are the very tools, the very lessons, the very fire that creates your strength. When you fall, you discover your balance. When you lose, you discover your hunger to win. When you are rejected, you discover your true worth. When you are broken, you discover how strong your pieces can be when they come back together. Listen closely. Your scars are not signs of weakness, they are proofs of survival. Every tear, every sleepless night, every failure, is shaping you into someone you never imagined you could become. And this is why the greatest truth of life is this. Your struggles are not the end of your story, they are the beginning of your strength. Think of the seed under the soil. It is covered in darkness, it is pressed by mud, it is invisible, and it feels buried. But in reality, that darkness, that pressure, that weight, is what pushes it to grow roots. And one day, the seed breaks the ground, rises, and touches the sunlight. That is you. Your struggles are the soil. Your struggles are the pressure. Your struggles are the darkness before the dawn. But if you keep pushing, if you refuse to quit, you too will rise. You too will touch the light. Let me tell you a truth many forget. Every diamond was once just a piece of coal. But it became precious only after pressure, only after struggle, only after time. So, when you feel crushed, when you feel pressured, when you feel buried under life's weight, remember, life is making you into something priceless. In this journey, you will cry, yes. In this journey, you will doubt yourself, yes. In this journey, you will feel like giving up, yes. But remember, strength is not born in comfort. Strength is born in storms. When the winds are against you, when the night feels endless, when everything around you whispers, quit. That is when your soul is learning how to fight. That is when your character is being built. That is when you are discovering the warrior within you. So let this first truth settle in your heart. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not defeated. You are becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming unshakable. And one day, when you look back, you will not curse your struggles, you will thank them. Because they were the bridge. The bridge that carried you from pain to power. Why do we struggle? Why does life, again and again, test us? Why does pain knock on our door, when all we ever wanted was peace? These questions, my friend, live inside every heart. You ask them when you fail an exam you worked so hard for. You ask them when a relationship breaks apart, leaving you shattered. You ask them when your dreams, so pure, so bright, collapse like dust in front of your eyes. The truth is not easy, but it is real. Struggles are not accidents, they are lessons. They are not punishments, they are preparation. Life is not trying to break you. Life is trying to make you. Every challenge has a hidden face. On one side, it looks like pain, loss, failure, rejection. But on the other side, it carries wisdom, courage, and power. When you fall, you learn balance. When you are betrayed, you learn loyalty. When you are denied, you learn patience. When you are alone, you learn self-love. So, is the struggle your enemy or your teacher? Think deeply. Every scar you carry, every wound you hide, is proof that you are being shaped into someone unshakable. But here is where many people fall. Instead of learning from struggles, they fight against them. They curse the pain. They drown in anger. They waste their energy asking, "Why me?" Yet, the strongest ones do something different. They do not ask, "Why me?" They whisper, "Try me." They do not run from pain. They walk into it, with trembling legs, but with a brave heart. And slowly, day by day, the same pain that once broke them begins to build them. Do you know what fire does to gold? It burns it, it melts it, it purifies it. Every impurity is destroyed, and only the purest, brightest gold remains. That's what struggles do to you. They burn away your doubts. They melt away your fears. They destroy your excuses. And they leave behind a soul that is pure, strong, and unstoppable. So if you are struggling right now, remember, you are in the fire. Yes, but you are not being destroyed. You are being refined. Sometimes, struggles are messages. Sometimes, struggles are directions. Think of this. When one door closes, when you lose a job, when a relationship ends, when an opportunity fades, it is life whispering, "This is not your path. I have another for you." But in the moment, you cannot see it. All you see is the pain, the loss, the emptiness. And that is natural, you are human. But with time, when the storm clears, you will look back and say, "That rejection was my redirection. That struggle was my preparation. That ending was my beginning." Close your eyes for a moment. Think of one struggle from your past, something that hurt you deeply, something you thought you could never survive. Now look at yourself today. You survived it. You are still breathing, still standing, still moving forward. That is proof. Proof that struggles end, proof that pain passes, proof that nothing is powerful enough to stop your spirit. So the next time life pushes you to the ground, do not stay there. Rise again, even if your legs shake, even if your heart is tired, even if your mind screams, "Quit." Rise, because every time you rise, you grow stronger. And here is a promise life gives to every soul. The more you struggle, the more you grow. The more you hurt, the more you heal. The more you fall, the higher you rise. This is the hidden meaning of struggles. They are not against you, they are for you. They are not breaking you, they are building you. They are not ending you, they are shaping the beginning of your true strength. So take a deep breath. Whisper to yourself, "I will not curse my struggles. I will not fear my struggles. I will learn from them. I will grow from them. I will turn them into my strength." Because in the end, your struggles are your story. And your story, when told with courage, can inspire the world. Pain arrives suddenly. It does not knock. It does not ask permission. It walks into your life like a storm, uninvited, unstoppable. And in that moment, you feel weak, lost, shattered. But what if I told you, pain is not the end of the story? What if I told you, pain is the very beginning of strength? Yes, it is true. But how? How do we turn pain into power? Let's walk step by step. Step 1. Accept the pain. Don't run from it. The first mistake people make is denial. They pretend the pain doesn't exist. They hide it, bury it, silence it, hoping it will disappear. But pain does not vanish when ignored, it grows. It becomes heavier, darker, sharper, until one day, it explodes. So the first step is simple, yet powerful: accept it. Say to yourself, yes, I am hurting, yes, this is painful, yes, this is real. Because acceptance is not weakness, acceptance is honesty. And honesty with yourself is the first sign of strength. Step 2. Feel it. Let the tears flow. There is no shame in crying, no shame in breaking, no shame in feeling. Tears are not weakness, tears are release. Every drop that falls carries away a little weight from your heart. So let the emotions flow. Scream if you must. Write it down if you must. Do not lock it inside, because unspoken pain becomes poison. When you feel it fully, you begin to heal it slowly. And healing is the soil where strength begins to grow. Step 3. Ask, what can this teach me? Every struggle carries a lesson. Every heartbreak, every failure, every fall is a teacher in disguise. Lost a job? Maybe life is pushing you to build something of your own. Betrayed by someone? Maybe life is teaching you the value of self-respect. Failed in exams? Maybe life is telling you, knowledge is more than grades, effort is more than results. The question you ask changes everything. Why me? Makes you a victim. But, what can I learn? Makes you a warrior. Step 4. Rise slowly. Build small strengths. Strength does not come in one day. It is not an overnight miracle. It is built slowly, step by step, like muscles in a gym. Start with small actions: wake up a little earlier, take a small walk, read a single page, speak kindly to yourself. These may feel tiny, but they are powerful. Because small strengths combine to form great power. And soon, you will realize. The pain that once broke you is now the fire that pushes you forward. Step 5. Share your story. Inspire others. One of the greatest transformations happens when you use your pain to help someone else. Your story, your scars, your lessons can become medicine for someone still hurting. Think of this. The very moment that made you cry yesterday could be the same moment that gives someone else hope tomorrow. Your voice, your survival, your courage may save a soul in silence. That is how pain turns into power. When it becomes bigger than you, when it becomes light for others. Real-life reflection. Look at every great leader, every strong soul history remembers. They were not born strong. They were broken, rejected, beaten down, and yet, they rose. Abraham Lincoln lost elections again and again before becoming president. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before giving the world the light bulb. Helen Keller, blind and deaf, still became a voice of hope for millions. What do they all teach us? That struggle is not the end, struggle is the path. That pain is not the enemy, pain is the sculptor that shapes greatness. So here is the truth. Your pain is real. Yes, your struggles are heavy. Yes, but inside them lives your strength. You do not need to escape them. You need to embrace them, learn from them, rise through them. Because one day, you will look back, and you will not say, "This pain destroyed me." You will say, "This pain built me. This pain made me who I am today." Failure. A word that tastes bitter on the tongue. A feeling that burns inside the chest. A shadow that follows every dreamer. You tried, and you fell. You studied, and you still failed. You loved, and your heart still broke. You gave everything, and still, it was not enough. Failure does not whisper softly, it screams. It tells you, you are not good enough. You don't deserve it. You will never make it. But let me tell you the truth. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is your teacher, your mirror, your foundation. The pain of failure. Yes, failure hurts. It stings the heart, it drowns the mind, it makes your body heavy with shame. You begin to doubt yourself, you begin to compare yourself, you begin to fear trying again. And yet, inside that pain lies a seed. The seed of growth, the seed of resilience, the seed of strength. Because the truth is this: failure is not the opposite of success, failure is the path to success. Look at the world's greatest stories. Every great inventor, every great leader, every great soul we admire, carried the weight of failure. Edison failed 1,000 times, but every failure was a step toward the light bulb. J.K. Rowling was rejected by publisher after publisher, before Harry Potter changed the world. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, before becoming one of the greatest players alive. If failure was the end, none of these stories would exist. But because they chose to rise after falling, their failures became their strength. Why failure builds resilience? Resilience means the ability to rise again. To bend but not break, to fall but not stay down, to lose but not quit. And failure is the gym where resilience is trained. Every fall teaches balance, every rejection teaches patience, every loss teaches hunger. When you fail once, it hurts. When you fail twice, it still hurts, but less. When you fail 10 times, you stop fearing failure, and you start respecting the lessons it carries. And when you stop fearing failure, you become unstoppable. Failure breaks the ego, builds the soul. Comfort feeds the ego, success feeds the ego, but failure destroys it. Failure humbles you, failure makes you question, failure makes you dig deeper into your own soul. And from that digging, from that breaking, comes real strength. Because true strength is never born in pride, it is born in humility, in brokenness, in rising again. What failure really means? Failure does not mean you are weak. It means you are trying. Failure does not mean you are not worthy. It means you are on the path, still walking, still moving forward. Failure does not mean the end of the story. It means the beginning of resilience. How to use failure as fuel. 1. Accept it, say it honestly, I failed. Do not hide it, do not deny it, face it. 2. Learn from it, ask, what did this failure teach me? What can I do better next time? 3. Stand again or do not wait for perfect confidence, rise while you are still shaking. 4. Try again, because every again brings you closer to the goal. This is how failure, step by step, turns into resilience. The diamond of the soul. Remember this. Pressure creates diamonds, but failure shapes the soul. It rubs away arrogance, it polishes your patience, it carves out your character. Every failure is life's way of preparing you for a future where you can carry greater success, greater responsibility, greater strength. So do not fear failure. Embrace it, learn from it, rise because of it. Because one day, when success finally arrives, you will realize it was not success that made you strong. It was every failure that built you into the person capable of success. So the next time you fall, whisper to yourself, this is not the end, this is training, this is growth, this is my path to strength. Because failure is not your curse. Failure is your foundation. And upon that foundation, resilience will rise. There is a word, a simple word, yet it holds the key to every victory in life. That word is persistence. Not talent, not luck, not brilliance. But persistence, the quiet, stubborn refusal to quit. Persistence is the heartbeat of strength. Persistence is the bridge between struggle and success. Persistence is the reason why some rise, while others stay on the ground. The nature of persistence. What is persistence? It is not glamorous, it is not shiny, it is not loud. Persistence is quiet, persistence is unseen, persistence is often boring. It means waking up when you don't feel like it. It means trying again after failing 10 times. It means walking one more step, even when your legs ache and your mind screams, stop. Persistence is not about speed. It is about consistency. It is about moving forward, no matter how slow, no matter how small, no matter how heavy the burden feels. Why most people quit? Most people don't quit because they are weak. They quit because they expect life to be easy. They quit because they think success should come quickly. They quit because pain scares them, struggle confuses them, time discourages them. But life does not reward the quick. Life rewards the consistent. Life does not give crowns to the fastest. It gives crowns to the ones who refuse to stop walking. The psychology behind it. The brain loves comfort. It whispers, stay safe, stay in the known, don't risk pain, don't risk failure. But persistence is the act of overriding that voice. It is choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. It is choosing to rise, even when falling feels easier. It is choosing to believe, even when doubt is screaming louder than hope. Persistence rewires the mind. Every time you persist, your brain learns, I can survive this. I can endure this. I can keep going. And with each repetition, your tolerance grows, your resilience expands, your strength deepens. Persistence in real stories. History remembers not those who started, but those who stayed. Asterisk Colonel Sanders, at age 65, rejected over 1,000 times, before someone said yes to his fried chicken recipe. Asterisk Walt Disney, fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity. Bankrupt more than once, before building the happiest place on earth. Asterisk Nelson Mandela, 27 years in prison, yet he persisted, and became a symbol of freedom and forgiveness. They were not the most privileged, not the most talented, not the luckiest. But they were the most persistent. And that is why the world remembers their names. The emotional side of persistence. Persistence does not mean you never cry. It means you cry, but keep moving. Persistence does not mean you never doubt. It means you doubt, but still act. Persistence does not mean you never fall. It means you fall, but rise again. Persistence is strength in motion. It is pain carried with courage. It is weakness transformed into progress. Why persistence changes everything? Because life is not a sprint, life is a marathon. And in a marathon, the winners are not the ones who start fast. The winners are the ones who keep running, even when their legs bleed, even when their lungs burn, even when the road feels endless. Persistence is the secret weapon of every warrior. It does not always give you quick results, but it guarantees eventual results. Because nothing, absolutely nothing, can defeat a soul that refuses to quit. The daily practice of persistence. Persistence is not an event, it is a habit. It is built in small moments. Asterisk writing one page every day, until a book is born. Asterisk practicing 1 hour every morning, until mastery is shaped. Asterisk speaking one kind word daily, until relationships heal. Asterisk saving 1 coin each time, until wealth grows. Small steps, done consistently, create miracles. Persistence is simply refusing to stop walking, no matter how far the road. The truth you must remember. When you are tired, persist. When you are hopeless, persist. When you are lost, persist. Because persistence does not guarantee immediate success. But quitting guarantees permanent failure. One day, when you look back, you will not say, I was the fastest. You will say, I never stopped walking, and that will be your victory. So whisper to yourself, I will persist. I will not quit. I will walk through fire, through storms, through nights of doubt. I will persist. Because in persistence, there is strength. And in strength, there is victory. Struggles can do 2 things to a person. They can break you, or they can build you. They can make you feel powerless, or they can awaken the fighter within you. The difference lies not in the struggle itself, but in the mindset you carry through it. The victim mindset. When life hurts, when pain is heavy, when losses surround you, the victim mindset whispers, "Why me? Life is unfair. Nothing ever works for me. I am cursed. I am doomed." The victim mindset believes that the world is against you, that fate is cruel, that destiny is written in suffering, that you are powerless to change. And slowly, this mindset chains you. It takes away your energy, your hope, your courage. It makes you sit in the corner of life, watching others rise, while you remain stuck in the shadows. The fighter mindset. But there is another voice, quiet, yet powerful. A voice that whispers, "Yes, I am hurting. Yes, I am struggling. But I will rise. I will fight. I will not stay down." The fighter mindset does not deny the pain, it acknowledges it. But instead of surrendering, it asks, "What can I do? How can I rise? What steps can I take?" The fighter mindset does not wait for rescue, it becomes its own rescue. It does not wait for the storm to pass, it learns how to dance in the rain. The key difference. The victim says, "Life happens to me." The fighter says, "Life happens for me." The victim says, "I cannot control anything." The fighter says, "I may not control the storm, but I can control my sail." The victim sees endings. The fighter sees beginnings. And this single shift, from victim to fighter, changes everything. Why this shift matters? Because your mind is the captain of your soul. Where your thoughts go, your actions follow. Where your actions go, your future follows. If your mind is trapped in victimhood, your life will remain small, fearful, powerless. But if your mind rises into the spirit of a fighter, your life will reflect that power, that courage, that persistence. Strength begins in the mind. And struggles are the training ground of the mind. Steps to transform the mindset. 1. Acknowledge the pain, or do not pretend it doesn't hurt. Say, "Yes, I am struggling, but I am not finished." 2. Change the language. Stop saying, "Why me?" Start saying, "Try me." Stop saying, "I can't." Start saying, "I will." 3. Focus on what you can control. Maybe you cannot control the storm, but you can control your response, your effort, your attitude. 4. Take action. Even small action is the medicine for helplessness. Every step, however small, is proof that you are a fighter. 5. Repeat until it becomes you. The more you think like a fighter, the more you act like a fighter, the more you become a fighter. The fighter spirit in history. Mahatma Gandhi, no weapons, no army, yet he fought with truth, with persistence, with courage, and won freedom. Malala Yousafzai, shot for going to school, yet she rose again, and her voice now echoes for millions of girls worldwide. Nick Vujicic, born without arms and legs, yet he chose not victimhood, but inspiration, becoming a voice of hope across the globe. Their struggles were real, their pain was deep, but their mindsets turned pain into power, and their fighter spirit turned weakness into strength. The inner battle. Make no mistake, the hardest battle is not outside, it is inside. It is between the voice of the victim and the voice of the fighter. Every day, you choose. Every day, you decide which voice wins. Will you give your ear to fear, to doubt, to hopelessness? Or will you feed courage, resilience, and faith? Because the voice you feed becomes the life you live. Your new identity. Say it softly to yourself. I am not a victim. I am a fighter. I may bend, but I will not break. I may fall, but I will not stay down. I may cry, but I will still rise. Because I am stronger than my struggles, and I am greater than my pain. This is your new identity. This is your fighter spirit. This is the shift that turns struggles into strength. So remember, life will test you, life will push you, life will try to chain you. But your mindset is the key. Choose to fight, choose to rise, choose to live, not as a victim of life, but as a fighter of destiny. Because when you choose to be a fighter, nothing can keep you down. Struggles test you, yes. Mindset shapes you, yes. But there is another truth, another power. A power less glamorous, less celebrated, but far more essential. That power is discipline. That power is habits. That power is consistency. They are not loud, they are not dramatic, but they are the backbone of every strong soul, the pillars of every great life, the silent builders of strength. The nature of discipline. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is not harshness. Discipline is love in action. It is saying, I will do what is needed, not just what I feel like doing. It is choosing long-term strength over short-term comfort. It is waking up when the bed whispers, stay. It is studying when the mind screams, enough. It is training the body when laziness tries to chain you. Discipline is not natural, it is built. But once built, it becomes your greatest shield against struggle. The power of habits. Habits are the small choices repeated daily. They seem small, invisible, insignificant. But with time, they carve destiny. One page read daily becomes wisdom. One coin saved daily becomes wealth. One push-up daily becomes strength. One kind word daily becomes love. Habits, good or bad, shape who you are becoming. And when struggles come, your habits decide whether you collapse or you rise. Because under pressure, we do not rise to the occasion. We fall back to our training. And your training is your habits. Consistency, the secret ingredient. Many people start strong, few stay strong. Many begin with passion, few continue with persistence. Consistency is the art of showing up, again and again, even when excitement fades. It is brushing your teeth every day. It is exercising every morning. It is writing even when the page feels empty. Consistency transforms discipline and habits into results. Without consistency, even the best effort dies. With consistency, even the smallest effort grows into greatness. Why these three matter in struggles. When pain comes, your feelings will betray you. You will not feel like fighting. You will not feel like rising. You will not feel like persisting. But discipline does not ask what you feel. Habits do not depend on motivation. Consistency does not wait for mood. They carry you when feelings abandon you. They keep you moving when hope is fragile. They remind you, even in the storm, I can take one more step. And that one step, repeated daily, becomes survival, becomes healing, becomes strength. Real stories of silent strength. Bruce Lee once said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. That is discipline. That is habit. That is consistency. Stephen King, before fame, wrote every single day. His daily habit of writing turned rejection into literary greatness. Athletes, soldiers, leaders, all rise not because of one moment of brilliance, but because of years of silent, unseen, disciplined practice. Greatness is not built in one day. Greatness is built every day. How to build these powers? 1. Start small, one habit at a time, one change at a time. Do not chase perfection, chase progress. 2. Anchor your habits, tie them to something daily. After brushing my teeth, I will read one page. 3. Track the days, a calendar, a notebook, a mark on your wall. Visual proof fuels consistency. 4. Forgive missed days. but return missing one day is human. Quitting altogether is defeat. Always return. 5. Celebrate small wins. Every consistent act is a victory. Honor it. The emotional truth. Discipline may feel heavy at first. Habits may feel boring. Consistency may feel endless. But remember this. Comfort is easy, but it weakens you. Discipline is hard, but it strengthens you. And when the storms of life arrive, comfort will collapse. But discipline, habits, and consistency will hold you firm, like roots of a tree in the hurricane. So whisper to yourself, I will build habits that shape me. I will choose discipline over comfort. I will stay consistent, no matter how slow, no matter how hard. Because when struggles come, and they will, it is these 3 silent powers that will carry you through. And they will transform your weakness into strength, your scars into wisdom, your struggles into victory. Struggles hurt. They bring pain, disappointment, anger, confusion. And the first reaction, always, is resistance. No, this should not happen to me. No, life is unfair. No, I cannot bear this. But here lies the truth. Fighting against reality only deepens the wound. Healing begins, not with resistance, but with acceptance. The nature of acceptance. Acceptance does not mean giving up. Acceptance does not mean weakness. Acceptance means looking at life exactly as it is, without denial, without illusion, without lies. It is saying, yes, this has happened. Yes, this is my pain. Yes, this is real. Because only when you accept the wound, can you begin to heal it. Why we fear acceptance? We fear that if we accept the struggle, we are surrendering to it. We fear that acceptance means saying, I am defeated, but the opposite is true. Resistance drains your energy. Denial blinds your vision. Anger burns your spirit, but acceptance brings clarity. It frees energy. It opens the door to growth. The emotional strength behind it. When you say, yes, I lost. Yes, I failed. Yes, I was hurt. You are not weak. You are strong. Because only the brave can face reality without running away. And only those who face reality can change it. Acceptance is the seed of transformation. From acceptance grows adaptation. From adaptation grows resilience. From resilience grows strength. Stories of acceptance. Helen Keller was blind and deaf. She could have resisted, cursed life, remained in despair. But she accepted her reality, and through acceptance, she found ways to communicate, to inspire, to lead millions into courage. Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years, he could not change the fact that he was locked away. But he accepted his situation, and in that acceptance, he grew patience, wisdom, and unbreakable inner power. Ordinary people, a mother who loses a child, a man who loses his job, a student who fails an exam. Those who resist, remain broken. Those who accept, find a way to rise again. Acceptance versus resignation. Understand this. Acceptance is not resignation. Resignation says, nothing can change, I am powerless. Acceptance says, this is where I am, and now I will move forward. Resignation closes the door. Acceptance opens the door. Resignation kills hope. Acceptance feeds hope. Practical steps to cultivate acceptance. 1. Name the struggle, speak it out. I failed. I am hurt. I am grieving. Naming the pain gives you power over it. 2. Release the why me. Struggles are not punishment, they are part of life's design. Stop searching for blame, start searching for growth. 3. Focus on what remains. Every struggle takes something, but leaves something due. Ask yourself, what do I still have? 4. Practice stillness in silence. Breathe, feel, allow emotions to flow. Acceptance grows in stillness, not in noise. 5. Shift from control to choice. You cannot control what happened, but you can always choose your response. The healing power of acceptance. Think of a river. If you fight the current, you exhaust yourself. But if you flow with it, you find new direction. Acceptance is flowing with life's river. It does not remove the rocks, but it teaches you to move around them. And slowly, the pain softens, the storm quiets, and peace begins to return. The final truth. You cannot heal what you do not accept. You cannot change what you refuse to see. You cannot grow if you deny your soil. So whisper to yourself, yes, this is my struggle. I accept it. I embrace it, and I will rise from it. Because acceptance is not the end. Acceptance is the beginning. The beginning of emotional strength. The beginning of transformation. The beginning of turning struggles into strength. Stories. We live by stories. We are moved by stories. When pain feels endless, when struggles feel heavy, when rejection feels unbearable, stories remind us we are not alone. Let us walk together through journeys of men and women who turned struggles into strength, who turned wounds into wisdom. Helen Keller, from silence to voice. She was blind. She was deaf. At just 19 months old, darkness fell over her world, silence swallowed her. People whispered, she will never learn, she will never speak, she will never live fully. But Helen Keller refused to be trapped by silence. She fought, she struggled, she endured. With the help of her teacher and Sue Leaven, she learned to read, to write, to communicate. And then, she became a voice for millions who had none. She became a symbol of courage, of resilience, of human possibility. Her struggle became her strength. Abraham Lincoln defeat to destiny. He failed in business. He lost elections. He suffered depression. He buried the woman he loved. He faced rejection after rejection, defeat after defeat. But Abraham Lincoln refused to surrender. Every failure carved him deeper, made him humbler, stronger, wiser. And finally, he became the 16th President of the United States. The man who led a nation through its darkest hour. The man who ended slavery. His struggle became his legacy. Oprah Winfrey, from pain to power. Born into poverty. Abused as a child. Rejected, ridiculed, told she was unfit for television. Her early life was full of pain, rejection, heartbreak. But Oprah Winfrey did not let her wounds define her. She rose. She used her voice, her presence, her truth. And she became one of the most influential women in the world. Not only rich, not only famous, but a light to millions. Her struggle became her empire. We live in a world of speed. Fast results, fast success, fast recognition. But life, real life, does not always move fast. Dreams take time. Growth takes time. Healing takes time. And in that time, patience becomes your greatest strength. 1. What is patience? Patience is not waiting quietly, with no struggle inside. Patience is fighting every day, holding on every night, yet not losing hope. It is knowing that delay is not denial. It is trusting that the seed you planted will one day grow into a tree. Patience is strength under control. 2. Why struggles demand patience? Struggles test your patience because results do not come instantly. The harder the goal, the longer the wait. The bigger the dream, the deeper the roots must grow first. Without patience, many give up too soon. They walk away, not realizing they were just one step away from the breakthrough. Patience keeps you steady when the journey feels endless. 3. The silent power of patience. Patience teaches you to trust the process, even when you cannot see the outcome. Stay calm in the storm, while others panic. Asterisk grow strong inside, while waiting on the outside. Patience is not weakness, it is wisdom. It transforms waiting into preparation. It transforms delay into destiny. 4. Building patience in struggles. Patience is built like a diamond, under pressure, over time. Asterisk breathe through the delay. Every pause is shaping you. Asterisk learn in the waiting. Each day is teaching a lesson. Asterisk hold on to faith. Believe the harvest will come. Asterisk celebrate small steps. Even slow progress is progress. When you master patience, struggles lose their power to exhaust you. 5. Patience turns struggles into strength. A storm cannot last forever. A winter cannot freeze the earth forever. And your struggle cannot hold you down forever. Patience keeps you standing. Until the storm passes, until the spring comes, until the breakthrough arrives. Those who are patient, rise stronger. Those who endure, shine brighter. Patience is not waiting for life to change. It is growing stronger while life changes. Falling is not failure. Failure is staying down. True strength is not in never falling, but in the courage to begin again. 1. Why beginning again feels so hard. When we fall, we carry wounds. We carry memories of defeat, whispers of doubt, scars of struggle. The mind says, what if I fail again? The heart whispers, what if I'm not enough? That is why beginning again requires courage. It is walking into the unknown, despite the pain of the past. 2. The beauty of second chances. Every sunrise is proof that life gives us another chance. Every breath we take is a gift, an opportunity to start fresh. The world does not ask us to be perfect. It asks us to rise again, to try again, to live again. Beginning again is not weakness. It is bravery in its purest form. 3. Stories of rising again. Asterisk the warrior who lost the battle, but trained harder, and returned victorious. Asterisk the artist whose work was rejected, but created again, until the world applauded. Asterisk the dreamer who fell 100 times, yet stood up 101. History honors not the fall, but the rise. Not the defeat, but the comeback. 4. How to find courage to begin again. Asterisk forgive yourself. You are not your past mistakes. Asterisk release the fear. Yesterday's pain does not define tomorrow's success. Asterisk start small. Even the tiniest step forward is a new beginning. Asterisk trust your growth. Every fall taught you something. Every wound made you wiser. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward despite fear. 5. Struggles become strength when you rise again. Every time you begin again, your spirit grows stronger. Every time you rise after a fall, your heart grows braver. Every time you start fresh, your destiny moves closer. The courage to begin again transforms endings into beginnings, failures into lessons, struggles into strength. So when life knocks you down, rise. When dreams collapse, rebuild. When hope fades, light it again. Because your greatest strength is not in never falling, but in always finding the courage to begin again. Life is not easy. It was never meant to be. But in every struggle, there is a seed of strength. In every pain, there is a hidden power. In every fall, there is a chance to rise. You are stronger than you think, braver than you believe, wiser than you realize. Your struggles were never meant to destroy you. They were meant to shape you, teach you, prepare you. When you felt lost, you were learning direction. When you felt broken, you were learning resilience. When you felt weak, you were discovering inner power. Every scar you carry is proof that you survived. Every tear you shed is proof that you still care. Every step you take forward is proof that you refused to quit. Remember this. Strength is not the absence of struggle. Strength is what is born from struggle. So walk boldly, rise fearlessly, live fully, because you are not just a survivor. You are a warrior. You are not just fighting battles. You are building strength. And as you move forward from here, carry this truth in your heart. Sparkles, every struggle you face is an invitation to become stronger. Sparkles, turn your struggles into strength. And let your strength light the world.